Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Week 4 NFL reactions. We got plenty to talk about this week, so we're going to get straight into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. You know I appreciate all the support and help that you can provide for me to help this channel grow. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and let's react to NFL Week 4. Alright, to begin, we have Thursday Night Football, which was the Seahawks beating the Cardinals. And a little quick breakdown here because I know this is old news. Sam Darnold actually looked pretty good, 242 for one touchdown, no picks. He doesn't look spectacular, but he's doing his job. He's doing his role. Kenneth Walker had a pretty good day on the ground and through the air. Jackson Smith and Jigma wasn't as active this game, but A.J. Barner had the touchdown. Defense was able to come up with two key interceptions. At the Cardinals now, Kyler Murray wasn't fantastic, but he was pretty good in the second half. He threw the ball 41 times and only had 200 yards. Like, that's actually terrible. This run game is really going to miss James Conner. Marvin Harrison Jr., again, was very slow to start the game, but got it together the second half. Amari Demarcado had a receiving touchdown. Cardinals, I mean, it's not looking good for you guys. I mean, you guys have beaten two awful teams so far. Seahawks, I mean, you guys look legit. I mean, Sam Darnold is actually carrying his prestige from Minnesota over to Seattle. Alright, now we have the Steelers versus the Vikings, and what I'm seeing, everybody says that Carson Wentz had this terrible, awful day. To me, like, that's not true. Like, I don't think he looked bad at all. I mean, 30 for 46, 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 ugly picks, but still, he served his purpose. I mean, the receiving game was led by Jay Jettis and Jordan Addison, who combined for 14 receptions. Both had over 100 yards. Jalen Nailor and Xavier Scott had the touchdown. And then the defense was able to come up with a couple key stops and a couple key sacks, both by Jalen Redmond, but couldn't get it together in the second half. Looking at the Steelers now, Aaron Rodgers only threw the ball 22 times, but was very efficient. 200 yards for 1 touchdown, no pick. Caleb Johnson, I don't know. I just continue to scratch my head why I drafted this guy over Kenny Gainwell, who had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. DK Metcalf just continues to be the absolute monster that he is. He really was their receiving game. And then the defense, again, was able to come up with 2 key interceptions from Deshaun Elliott and TJ Watt, who TJ Watt's making a strong defensive player of the year case so far. Good game, Steelers and Vikings. I would not be worried, actually. Alright, now we have the Commanders losing to the Falcons, and this game was actually entertaining at the end, not gonna lie. I mean, Marcus Mariota is really not the problem. I mean, Marcus Mariota has been pretty efficient. I mean, I know he wasn't accurate, but he still threw for 2 touchdowns. This receiving game was really the problem. It needs Terry McLaurin. It really does, although Debo and Luke McCaffrey were able to come up with the touchdowns. But the defense in general, the defense is your problem. The defense really could not do anything. But it also has something to do with the fact that Michael Penix was a demon all game, threw for 313 yards, did have an ugly pick, but that's okay. Bijan had the receiving yards. He had 106 yards and 75 rushing yards and a touchdown. Tyler Algier had the touchdown as well. Drake London had a touchdown. This whole Falcons offense looked so much better than it did last week. Falcons, I know you're beating up on a rickety old broken down Commanders team right now, but you guys still produced. Your offense still looked just catastrophically better. Alright, now we have the Texans killing the Titans, and I fear to say, but Cam Ward actually might be, not good. I know his team sucks, but, you can't make any excuse for this. 10 for 26, only 108 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Only ran for 22 yards on the ground. What are we doing here? I mean, Cam Ward might not actually be the problem, but, man, you cannot excuse this stat line. There's nothing to talk about with the Titans. They didn't score a single point. Looking at the Texans now, C.J. Stroud was much better, 22 for 28, 233, 2 touchdowns. Also ran for 11. Woody Marks actually had a pretty good day. Woody Marks also had a receiving touchdown. Jaden Higgins coming up with his first career touchdown. Nico Collins continues to be a monster, even though he wasn't really targeted that much. And then the defense, I mean, what else can I say? They didn't allow a single point. I'm still not moved by the Texans, I would say. I mean, this is the Titans. The Titans literally might be the worst team in the league. Titans, I mean, you got to fire Brian Callahan. If you do not fire Brian Callahan, you may not get a win for the rest of the season. I'm not even kidding. All right, here's the old Browns we know and love. Now we have the Browns getting killed by the Lions. And there's long and short of this. Joe Flacco needs to be benched. Like, Joe Flacco is just terrible. I know he's going to get you down the field. I'll know he'll get you a touchdown every now and then. But I also know that he'll throw some of the most mind-numbing interceptions and just is not accurate. He's just not a good quarterback anymore. The Browns literally could not do anything the entire night. Looking at the Lions now, Jared Goff didn't really have to do much. I mean, he wasn't really the demon we saw last week, but he still was very efficient. This run game of David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs having a much better day than he did against the Ravens. Amon-Ra St. Brown continues to make his Offensive Player of the Year case, 7 for 70 and 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs also had 2 receptions through the air. And the defense, of course, I mean, what do you expect? Aiden Hutchinson might be your Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, 4 tackles, 2 sacks. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson is an animal. The Lions, I mean, you did what the Packers couldn't do. You beat the Browns. That's not really that hard to do. Now we have the Bills killing the Saints. This game was a little bit closer than I anticipated, but hey, I mean, a win's a win for the Bills. Spencer Rattler, 18 for 27, 126. I mean, a touchdown. I mean, he needs to be benched. I mean, Spencer Rattler is just not good. Kendre Miller had a score, which for some reason he could not be tackled at all. Chris Olave even had a touchdown. I feel like that's a name I haven't heard in a while. And then the defense, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's the Bills' offense. You're not going to stop the Bills' offense. Looking over at the Bills now, 16 for 22, 209, 2 touchdowns, and I think that's his first pick of the entire year, Josh Allen, but also had a nasty, nasty running touchdown. James Cook also had a running touchdown. The touchdowns through the air were scored by Shakir and Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid is actually having a pretty decent year. I'm not even going to lie. Good game, Bills, but I just do want to see you guys beat a credible opponent besides the Ravens and Saints. I mean, I didn't really expect anything less. Now we have the Patriots murdering the Panthers, and yeah, I mean, the Panthers just can't beat anyone good. I mean, it's that simple. Andy Dalton had to come in, but it was mainly because they were preserving Bryce Young, who Bryce Young, like, didn't even really play that bad. It's just his team just could not do anything. I mean, Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, I mean, they were both decent on the ground, but nothing really spectacular. Mitchell Evans, Tommy Tremble, both had touchdowns. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And then the defense, I mean, what do you expect? Looking at the Patriots now, Drake May just actually is phenomenal. He's been phenomenal this year. Only threw the ball 17 times, but 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's very serviceable. Antonio Gibson, why is he getting carries over TreVeyon Henderson? TreVeyon Henderson averaged 4.5 yards a carry and a touchdown. Why are you not giving him any carries? The defense was very effective on the Panthers, and the receiving game was led by Stephon Diggs, 6 for 101. I mean, he was very, very efficient. Probably the best game he's had all year. Now we have the Chargers losing to the Giants. Wow, Justin Herbert just did not have a good game at all. 23 for 41, 203, a touchdown, and 2 ugly interceptions. Omarion Hampton just continues to be and having a breakout season. 12 for 128 and a score. Quentin Johnston looks like a true good receiver. And Ladd McConkey, I mean, I don't know what's going on with you, but you do not look good. Looking at the Giants now, I mean, Jackson Dart, I mean, can we stop acting like Jackson Dart had this all-time great performance? I mean, he only threw for 111 yards and a touchdown. I mean, let's stop acting like he was the second coming of Dan Marino. Cam Scatterbo just, I mean, he continues to look very serviceable. But man, you gotta feel for Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers tore his ACL, is now out for the season. Prayers up to Malik Nabers. Hope he makes a speedy recovery. Giants, yeah, you may have gotten your first win of the year, but it's gonna cost you. And Chargers, I would not be worried at all. And now we have the Eagles beating the Buccaneers, but in very, very ugly fashion. I just have a couple of things to highlight about this game. For one, our O-line all of a sudden forgot how to block. Like, they're not creating any holes for Saquon Barkley. And we just keep on running the same run play. Halfback dive right up the middle when they're stacking the boxes versus Barkley. Like, I just don't understand what goes on through the play caller's head. And two, once again, barely targeting A.J. Brown, 2 for 7. What is this? Devontae Smith, 2 for 29. What is that? Like, why are we only combining our two best receivers for 4 receptions? It's like, okay, we had a great game last week, then all of a sudden right back to this crap. I genuinely feel for A.J. Brown. I feel like if I was A.J. Brown, I would want to be traded and go to a place where I can actually get some value and get like some actual playing time instead of them just putting me on the same curl and slant route that is so predictable. I mean, Jalen Hurts did not have a bad game at all. Jalen Hurts just continues to prove his MVP case, but just what do you expect him to do when the play calling is this horrendous? Like, going over the Bucs, the Bucs play calling was excellent. I mean, Baker Mayfield wasn't very accurate, but man, like, they actually threw the ball downfield. I mean, it was insane. I don't know what you expect us to do. Like, the Buccaneers' second half offense almost killed us. Bucky Irving was great. Emeka Egbuka was great. Rachaad White was okay. Bucky Irving receiving was also great. Like, the Buccaneers, the difference between ours and the Buccaneers offense is like they let it fly. They're not playing this conservative. They don't run the same run plays over and over again. Like, this whole game was frustrating. I mean, our defense showed out, but just I can't take it anymore. Alright, now we have the Colts versus the Rams, and the Rams beating the Colts, and what did I tell you? As soon as Daniel Jones was put up against a real test, he got beat. I mean, listen, them only losing by a touchdown, is impressive. I mean, this Colts team actually looks pretty legit. I mean, Jonathan Taylor didn't have that great of a day, but it's still 17 for 76. Also was effective in the receiving game when needed. Michael Pittman Jr. continues to be a really good, functional number 1 receiver. Looking at the Rams now, Matt Stafford was very, very great. Kyren Williams was also very great. But man, the Offensive Player of the Year favorite right now, Puka Nacua, 13 receptions for 170 yards and a touchdown. Man, there is no receiver, no NFL player that is playing better than Puka Nacua right now. Alright, now we have the 49ers losing to the Jaguars, and honestly, Trevor Lawrence looked much better than how he did. He threw the football 31 times, still only had 174 yards back, and a touchdown. I mean, he was alright. Travis Etienne had a fantastic day running the ball, and also had a pretty lousy day receiving, which is honestly very unlikely for him. Brian Thomas Jr. just continues to look really slow and have a very slow start to the season. Honestly, not really surprising because I drafted the guy in fantasy and I can't have anything. At the 49ers now, Brock Purdy had an absolutely terrible day, only completed 57% of his passes for 2 touchdowns, 2 very, very ugly interceptions. Couldn't run the ball. Christian McCaffrey couldn't really run the ball, but was also very, very effective in the receiving game. Christian McCaffrey actually is playing like one of the best running backs in the NFL, either him or Bijan, because, I mean, man, this stuff is great. The 49ers offense just, it's different with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. Mac Jones is actually playing better than Brock Purdy right now. Alright, now we have the Bears coming back to beat the Raiders on another just blocked kick, man. Caleb Williams is playing out of his mind right now. I mean, I know his day wasn't that great, but still, I mean, he's showing up when they need him. DeAndre Swift, I mean, this run game continues to just be absolutely dead. Rome Odunze continues to be your number one receiver. I mean, that's not even a question anymore. Luther Burden did not have a good day at all. Defense was very disruptive at the end, with Kevin Byard coming up with 2 interceptions. Now we got the Raiders. I mean, Geno Smith, I mean, just looks absolutely terrible. He might be the worst quarterback in the league right now. Ashton Jeanty, all of a sudden, when they give him carries, he produces. Look at this. Like 21 for 138 and a score. Also on the receiving game, 2 for 17 and 2 scores in the receiving game. Brock Bowers, 5 for 46. This offense was so much better. Just if they did not have Geno Smith, then they probably would have won this game. Like, I don't know what to say. I mean, the Bears actually looked really good. They're hot right now. The Raiders, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I mean, you got to trade Geno Smith. Like, you cannot continue to move forward with Geno Smith as your quarterback. You just can't. Now we have the Ravens getting killed by the Chiefs, and the score actually makes it look a lot closer than it was. I mean, Lamar Jackson, got hurt during the game, but even before that, he just did not look good. Derrick Henry just does not look good. I mean, I don't know why they're only giving him 8 carries, but and Justice Hill had a pretty good day, but Derrick Henry, I don't know what's going on with him. Justice Hill also had a receiving touchdown. Like, there's not really much to highlight for the Ravens. I mean, they just couldn't do anything against the Chiefs. Looking at the Chiefs offense now, 25 for 37, 270, and 4 touchdowns. This is the best that Mahomes has looked in the past, 3 years as a quarterback, and that's saying something. Run game just continues to be absolutely dead. Xavier Worthy, they really missed him. 5 for 83. Tyquan Thornton had a score. Juju Smith-Schuster had a score. Isaiah Pacheco had a score. Hollywood Brown had a score. Everybody had a score, except for my guy Travis Kelce, who just continues to look dead. Good game, Chiefs. I mean, this is the best you guys have looked for a while now. And the Ravens, I mean, I don't know what to say at this point. Like, your defense is cooked. And now we have the Cowboys tying with the Packers. This game might have been the best game of the entire year. I mean, Jordan Love, 31 for 43, 337 yards. 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 22 for 86, an additional 2 touchdowns. Romeo Doubs had 3 touchdowns. The defense was awful. The Cowboys' defense was awful, though. Dak, 31 for 40, 319, 3 touchdowns. Dak Prescott also ran for 1. Javonte Williams had a score. George Pickens had an amazing day. 8 for 134, 2 touchdowns. Jake Ferguson had a touchdown. Just this whole game was just great football. This is what we need on Sunday night primetime from now on. I mean, I hate saying that as an Eagles, and I have hate for both of these teams, but hey, I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. These 2 teams played phenomenally. Now we have the Dolphins beating the Jets, and what else do you want me to say? I mean, Justin Fields did not look bad at all. I mean, Justin Fields actually looked really good, even ran for 81 yards. And Breece Hall didn't even have that bad of a day at all. 14 for 81. He looked really good too, and was effective in the receiving game. Garrett Wilson also looked really good. The Jets offense, for the first time ever, is not the problem. The problem is their defense, and that it's really showing. Dolphins, I mean, there's nothing really flashy to talk about other than the fact that I feel for Tyreek, man. Tyreek Hill was having a great game, and then he dislocated his knee and is now out for the season. You got to feel for Tyreek, man. I mean, prayers out to him. The rushing was led by Devon Achane, had a pretty good day. Tua had a pretty good day as well. I mean, this game was actually way better than I thought. Both offenses looked pretty good. Again, prayers out to Tyreek. And, yeah, I mean, we lost Tyreek and Malik Neighbors, 2 top 10 receivers this week. Heartbreaking. And now we have the Bengals getting killed by the Broncos. And, again, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing to highlight for the Broncos or the Bengals. I mean, both teams didn't really play that good. It's just the fact that both both Jake Browning and Chase Brown like need to go. Like you cannot continue with these two. Chase Brown has been terrible running the ball. Jake Browning is just awful. Like you need to pick somebody up off the waivers. And Jamar Chase, my first round pick, needs to have a functional quarterback. He needs to have good production. Same with T. Higgins. Broncos, I mean, it's a different story. Broncos, I mean, Bo Nix actually looked really good. 326 yards. Marvin Mims had a rushing touchdown. Bo Nix had a rushing touchdown. Cortland Sutton had a receiving touchdown. So did R.J. Harvey. Defense only allowed 3 points. This is not a primetime game. I don't know why you would put this on primetime, because you knew the Bengals were just going to get killed. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 4 NFL reactions. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed your fantasy week as much as I did. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and show any support you can to this channel. I'm going to get out of here and get this video ready for you guys to see it. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload. Peace.